became a duo eventually, and then I did this solo thing. Nothing was happening to my music for a few years, but then out of nowhere, like TikTok picked up my song when I just signed up with my new label, which was Universal, and then
Yeah.
it kind of blew up for me as well. A lot of people call it like a pandemic thing. People call me a pandemic baby. But I am blessed to, sorry, shit. See, we're both on the same page. Yeah, I've been making music, and then after like the whole pandemic kind of faded away, I've been making music still, and I'm still doing good, I guess. Maybe I can say that. And yeah, that's how it kind of started for me. It's just making music, making covers, and then got signed. And now I'm here. I just signed with a secret for now. We haven't really announced it yet, but I did sign with a label in the States, so that's crazy. And yeah, under UMG, so pretty crazy.
To come out like during the pandemic, that's a hard time to do it as well.
Yeah,
like
I know a lot of artists who found it very very hard to make music themselves, especially when they're not really familiar with producing and writing their own thing. Because like with the typical stuff where you go into a studio, you write with producers and writers in that session. That's how it kind of all go down, I guess. But for me, like I said, I've been making music for a while, and having the knowledge to produce and write was a really big help with how I released my own song. So it was pretty tough, like I guess everyone else, being in the pandemic and being stuck in your home, but it was also a happy place for me to write a lot of songs during that time. But yeah, crazy stuff.
I think I definitely wrote quite a few songs in lockdown. Like that, it was like the point, like, what do we do? I have no clue. Like, oh my god, it's just so weird because like COVID and all of that crap just feels like years and years and years ago now. It was like, what, 4 years ago?
Yeah,
it's mad.
Around almost. Yeah.
Oh my god, I went into lockdown when I was like, the UK went into lockdown when I was just turning 17. We went into lockdown the night before my 17th birthday. So I had a yeah.
Crazy.
I was it was horrible. It was like the day before. I had so many plans, and then we shut down. And I was just like, great, what do I do? But
yeah, well, I think I did that as well. There are some similarities with what happened. I had a lot of plans with like friends and stuff. I did meet a lot of people online during that time.
Yeah.
But because of lockdown and how everything got worse after a few months, couldn't really meet them, and I'm not really connected with them anymore. So
it's like I kind of like, I had friends who, like, I've got friends who live in like across the country, and we got like everyone got so, and the moment we came back out, everyone was like, right, back to normal friends. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I did. I went back to college. I think I dyed my hair about 6 or 7 different times.
Me too.
That was my coping mechanism. What color? I went blue, I did pink, I did like peach. I bleached my hair with 40 volume like twice and fried it. So like even now I'm only just kind of really getting rid of it. It's taken me a long time.
I've been messing up my hair as well. Like I just got I shaved my head a few months ago, and then put bleach to it and stuff. It really hurt. Like shaving and then having no hair at all, putting bleach on it, it's just fucking it sucks.
No, I wanted to shave my hair for a while, but I can't put myself to do it, you know. I don't know. There's always that worry, but yeah, I feel like that's pretty much like what me and my friends did. We just all dyed our hair, like did nothing, occasionally attempted to go on a walk and then get caught, because there used to be like police patrolling our area as well. So we'd abide by the lockdown laws. I'm saying this for people because they'll go, why isn't she abiding? But I was abiding by lockdown laws, but there were a lot of police going around, and there were a lot of people getting like drunk in fields.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting period of my life. It's just like walking past loads and loads of people just with picnic blankets getting really drunk. It's like, yeah, this is lockdown. This is what I have to deal with.
It was a pretty crazy moment for us, for sure. Like, do you have a lot of relatives who got COVID as well?
Fun enough, actually, my family was so susceptible to COVID. Like, we could have all got it. I've got health problems in my family.
Yeah.
And literally, like, none of us got it. None of us at all. Until I went to Bulgaria, like, 2 years ago. I think it was like two or 3 years ago. No, I think it was 2. And I just went on holiday and I caught Delta. So I lost my smell and I lost my taste. Just from like a skiing holiday, and it was awful. And then somehow, like, me and my mum got it. My dad didn't because he's immune apparently. And then, my grandfather caught it, and it was just like we'd survived it for so long, and then one holiday and it was gone. Like, we lost everything. But we haven't lost, and we didn't lose any family members, which was really lucky. Like, we were kind of at the stage where it was almost just a bit flu-y and a bit of a cold.
Did y'all have the vaccine already during that time?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We were going through the vaccine. Yeah, we had all. I think we had 2 or 3 when we caught it, and then my grandfather, he's susceptible to a lot of illness, so he pretty much just snapped it up like that. But it took us a lot longer than usual to get over it. Like, it was awful. I wrote so many songs. Did you get it?
Yeah, a bunch of times actually. Like, the very first time was when lockdown just started. No vaccines and stuff, and like hospitals were filled with patients, and we couldn't get in. It's a crazy moment for me. Thought I was gonna die, honestly. But yeah, it was that crazy. I couldn't move a muscle. Lost my lungs were filled with phlegm and all that shit. It was really, it was really scary. But yeah, after a few months, I think we got the vaccines, and that helped a lot. Definitely. Funny enough, when just to put it in, we were supposed to go to Singapore, like Vietnam, during that time as well. Like, the whole family kind of a small trip to it. And in Vietnam, we got canceled. We never got to do the trip. Went there a few weeks ago, and that's where I wrote my part for if we ever broke up. So yeah,
just like hearing that, and then I obviously, like, I do my research. I always do, because I like to know, like, who I'm talking to, a little bit about them. But then, like, when I got sent the song, I probably replayed it about 8 times, and then I played it to my best mate. We were both just sat there like, boys, the way you did it, it works so well. And I've always I wanted some kind of male collaboration for if we ever broke up. And I had no clue who to go with, or how to approach, or how to go about it. And then when they sent me yours, I was like, yes, this is exactly like what it needed, because all the remixes have come out, the sped up version, the slow version, like, and the funny thing is, they're not even changing the artwork. We're literally just like different colors. That's my entire Spotify page, different colors of the same artwork. But it sounds so sick. And I'm literally like, I'm in kind of the prep mode. There's someone like drilling next door. I'm in the prep mode of like getting ready for the next single, which is stressful enough as it is. Like, I am literally like running around trying to like sort stuff and prep, get ready. But that was like a nice refresher as well. Like, to have that come out between all the chaos at the minute was like, it kind of eased my brain quite a lot, because it's still mad to know that the song is still circulating, but then to have like another artist who understands as well, like, the struggle of it and getting there and all the work and stuff, it's nice to know that there is someone who is also like on the same page and gets it, because it is a lot. Like,
sure. Well, thanks for having me. It was
very
it's pretty cool. Yeah. Man, I had a lot of fun and stuff as well, because like they sent me the demo without the second verse. I was in my Vietnam trip, I remember I was in a van, going to my hotel room, and then the U.S. label sent me like the project and stuff, and they were like, we're gonna need to release it ASAP, like as soon as possible.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to test everything, gonna have to prep up for the release and stuff. And I was like, yeah, for sure, I'd be down. I just need a studio to at least layer in my vocals, because like I was in my hotel room, like I did notice like the walls being so thin, so I couldn't really like do my parts there for sure. Like I'd be kicked out. But yeah, it was I got to contact one of the managers in Vietnam, and of course having like everyone connected to Universal and stuff.
Yeah.
He had a friend available, which is I think an A&R from another part of like a label or whatever.
Yeah.
They handed me the and stuff, and I got to record my part. Just I sat there for like an hour, recorded everything, and then that's when I sent my demo to the team, and then yeah, and then you guys heard it, and then you guys were down to release it. That was pretty cool.
It was really cool. Like, oh, I loved it. Do you ever like? I've heard it so much, and people are like, "Do you get sick of the song?" I'm like, no, because I wouldn't be sat here without it. Like,
yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, but do you not get sick of hearing it?" I'm like, "Not really." To be honest, it got put on the other day. Me and my boyfriend, we're building a cat tree because we're about to get 2 cats, and it was just like it was one of those things. He was singing it, I was singing it, and we both just kind of looked at each other like, "Are you singing it? No, are you singing it? No, are you bored of it? No, no, I'm not." And it's just we just do that. But yeah, it's so nice to have someone on it as well. I'm just trying to think of like a way to kind of include. I want to get like people on a trend with it, like get it recirculating. See if like people can come up with a dance or something like to your verse as well, because I think it's really cool.
Yeah. I think
'Cause,
people are pulling up with like videos already and stuff. So
oh my god,
that's yeah,
you've got some
that's
you've got some comments.
yeah, few comments. Hello from Thailand. Hello. Yeah, and I heard the song is pretty big in Thailand as well. Cause like when we got there, I was like, I need to. I just finished the track and stuff. They were like, oh shit, that song's pretty big here. Can we hear your version and stuff? And yeah, they were all crazy for it. So yeah, just congrats to you, man. Like pretty crazy stuff.
So I've heard like some of your music as well. I can't get over your voice. Like when the voice is so recognizable, like it's such a unique voice, and it's like when like when I kind of knew your voice and then I heard it again, I was like, oh, all right, okay. I love it. It's got that unique sound to it, which is kind of like it just registers in my brain, you know what I mean? But it's so sweet. I love it. I'm just in my head trying to figure out a way to make myself look like an idiot and dance to it again. Do that in front of another 7 million people, which, whew,
One thing's for
getting
sure,
there.
I'm not gonna dance that shit. I'm not a dancer at all.
Are
I'm
you
pretty
sure?
sure I'm way worse than you. So
Oh,
yeah.
you'd be surprised. Oh, you'd be surprised. I'm about as flexible as a house brick.
I feel
And
like I've seen some of your videos. I can see the groove and stuff, but I'm just, dude.
there's no groove. There's no groove. People are like, you've got some funk. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm lying to you all. I don't
Dude,
have funk.
it's that bad. I'm full on cringe. So like,
Do you remember like
yeah, I feel like
TikTok generation of like the renegade?
yeah.
You like pre-COVID renegade. That is the level of cringe I feel when I dance. Like that era of TikTok is just my entire existence. And plus, I'm an Instagram girl. I wasn't a
Yeah.
TikTok girl. Ugh.
I can't really think of like a given situation of me being way cringier than you, but yeah, I'll say I'm cringier.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna ask you a question. In like collaboration, I'm kind of like getting prepped for my next song. I have a couple questions that I could ask you just for generals to add into my thing. So currently, like, I'm getting ready to, you know, prep this song and get it out, but it's about like finding Mr. Right, and it's about like really terrible online dates.
Okay.
So, what would be your worst like date? Like the worst thing that could.
Well, I had a bunch of like, well, I barely get into like real relationships. Like I've had a bunch of people who I've texted and stuff and became like connected with for a few months, but being in like in a real relationship, I haven't really gone into it. I had it once, but yeah, it was mostly just online too. And then I had this situation before where everything was online and it got pretty toxic and crazy, mainly because we couldn't see each other, obviously. Um, and it's just it's so sad that you kind of build that relationship through the screen, and you were very limited with how you can do your actions. Like I'd had to send flowers over online as well and have them delivered for like an hour or two, and like the place was just, I don't know, a few minutes away from my place before, and it was that crazy that it got toxic because of that. Like we couldn't really control the environment, we couldn't really control the situation,
Yeah.
but we had to kind of just how we had to break up and call it off basically. So yeah.
I feel like online relationships have always scared me. Like I'm one of those kids that got briefed so many times about like online scam and, you know, fake
Yeah.
people and fake profiles. And so like online dating scared the crap out of me, and I just like I didn't put myself out there. I went through some really bad relationships. Like one of the guys is what I wrote Whoever Broke Up About. And yeah, I like this was at the point where I'd literally like we've come out of lockdown. I dyed my hair like neon blue, and then I met my boyfriend. And he didn't know what my name was, so it was just kind of like blue hair. I don't know your name, but I think you're really pretty. And I was like, wow, that's a really good pickup line. Maybe we should date. And that's it. Like we've been together 3 years, you know. But yeah, online dating scares me. He's a pretty good like songwriter. He's got really good lyrics. I'm trying to like find a way to incorporate him into like kind of writing lyrics for people because he's good. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out that side at the minute because he's got a really cool brain for lyrics. But yeah, like I don't know, yeah, online dating scares me. But yeah, this kind of we're doing at the minute is we're getting people to like send in their worst date experiences, or if they've been on an online date and it's been awful. Like Mr. Right, we're kind of talking about is like the kind of guy that claps when a plane lands, or like orders corn on the cob first date. That kind of dude is what we're kind of targeting, maybe. It's
I feel like
it's gonna.
so.
What did you say? Sorry.
I feel like there's a bunch on the internet, so you're gonna find him, sure.
Yeah,
especially
we're like,
TikTok. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so weird because I'm not the TikTok generation. I'm like early Instagram. That's my forte. I was the generation that's put pictures of their lunch on their story. Like that was me. And then to come onto TikTok and see all these like younger generations doing these dances and these transitions, and I'm like, I feel old, you know. I'm 20 and I feel old. That's not
like
happen.
20?
I'm 20, yeah. And I shouldn't feel old at 20, but when I walk onto TikTok, I'm like, yeah, this is not the right place.
Well, in terms of like how I grew up as well, I'm pretty much an old soul, so I feel like I know where you're coming from in a way. So
I feel like in past lives, I've probably I to be honest, that's quite funny because I used to get called an old soul as a kid, but also a prosecution lawyer because apparently I used to get everything I wanted. I don't know. Genuinely, like kind of kid that would beg my mum for a Barbie and then keep going for 2 hours after we'd left the store until she went back. That was the type of kid I am. And here I am making positive But it's quite interesting. Like, but yeah, this campaign is going to be really cool. Like, we're going to get people to send them in and like read them out and do all this stuff. And it's the same with kind of if we ever broke up. We did a little bit of a thing where it was like, if we ever broke up, and then like, what's the worst thing you would like? Let's say someone really wronged you, like really bad. You know, you're at a point where you're just like, I can't do this. And then you say like, if we ever broke up, like, what would you do? Because obviously I'd call their parents, because every child in the eye of their parents is an angel.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd do, like, what would you do if you ever broke up?
I think that's what I wrote for my verse. Yeah, I feel like it's the same actually. I'd call up the family, of course.
Oh yeah.
That would be a kind of like a badass kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, I was so close to doing it.
Yeah.
I was so close. It was like the dude that I wrote this about. We're about to get this dude was horrible. Like, he was most
drop the name.
I can't drop the name. Well, people who know me know who. But like, he was awful. He was blackmailing, dismissive. He was very like, he was quite rude about body positivity and all of this crap. And he was basically.
Why did you get in the first place? Jeez.
Because I thought he was nice. I was 15. Like, I was like, I am not in a great state. How am I gonna, how do I feel better? Oh, I'll go into a relationship. So yeah, I started dating this dude. Like, he was lovely to start with. Like, he lived with his grandparents. You know, they had loads of lovely things. Like, he gave me like honey once a week because he had bees. But he was quite. I know. Like, there for the bees. But he was a bit of a tool, and he went on to try and be a personal trainer. Mind you, I'll explain. I'm not exactly a skinny mini, you know. I like my burgers. I'm not gonna shy away from that. And exactly. I love it. And my door when I was at college, I did theater and dance, and he was in like physical ed because he was a personal trainer, or wanted to be. Anyway, we broke up, and this was at the point where I was trying to figure out how I was going to get like back at him, because he was awful to me, like to the point where he manipulated my friends, and I lost my friends from him. And so I was plotting my little revenge, but every time we came out of class at the same time, so his door opened, my door opened, and he always made a comment about my body. Always. Single damn time. And I kind of penned it up, and I was just like, do you know what? I'm done. He made one comment about me, and I know I shouldn't have done this, but I did it because he was awful and he deserved it. I went like that. I put the back of my elbow against his back. I put my knee up, and I pushed him frontways against a wall, and I said, if you ever speak to me like that again, I will do this every day. Leave me alone. I pushed him to the side, and he was quite skinny. He's quite little. And I think I winded him a little bit because he started coughing, and I just, in my brain, I was going, I could say I'm sorry and, trying, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. You made my life hell. You've given me body.
Yes.
It was great. It was in front of all my friends. And then all he got for the next 3 months was, you got beaten up by a girl. I was like, no, you got beaten up. It was great. That's how
Where is he now?
Where is he now? Funnily enough, he's still around. I mean, he apparently started. This was a couple years ago when I was at college, but he bragging about the fact that he dated me around town. It's great. And so my boyfriend's like, I do not want to see his face within a 50-mile radius,
And that dude.
But yeah, he's around. I think he's got a girlfriend now. But I think the sad thing is like, she was quite bubbly and fun, and like, I don't know what's happened, whether he's kind of influenced her, because the thing when he was with me, like, I was a specific way, and then as I got with him, I sloped more and more into being quite off cut. Like, yeah, it was one of those, it's weird. It felt like being with him, the longer I was with him, the more I became a bit more cold and a bit more centered, and I just wanted to kind of be away from people. And I think he started to do that to her, which is like, he's one of those people, you know, like, yeah, it's like you are who you hang around with. But it was the best of my life to be able to go, do you know what? No, screw you. I am stronger than you, and I am going to do this. And you are going to look like a little child in front of all of your friends. It was great.
And dude,
I haven't actually.
You were able to write the song, so you know.
Exactly. Best form of karma is success. That's what I say. The best sort is success. And it's like I have people that were absolutely vile to me when I was at school. Like I was a bit of a weird kid, you know. I was the kid that was a bit loud and musical, and now, like, to have all those people that made my life hell. I get messages off them occasionally, and I'm always nice, but just if you're getting bullied and, you know, something happens, the best form of getting back at them and revenge is being successful, doing something you love, and having a good life. Because at the end of the day, if they're not supporting yours, they'll be watching yours. Like, putting theirs.
I've had a similar experience as well with like friends and stuff, and during that time, because like I was a really weird kid as well. Like I'd be making music like every day. I'd brag to my friends and be like, hey, I just finished the song, you guys want to hear it and stuff. No one would give a shit and stuff. And I'd sing in like events in school, and people would shit on me too and be like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen to your music, like just give up and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. But because of that, I got to like use that as sort of like a motivation and kind of push through with my craft and what I and yeah, you know, we're both here, we're both making music because of these people as well. So we
It's the kids.
You know?
I get it. Like, being told, it's the imposter syndrome as well. Like, being told you're never gonna succeed at something, you're never gonna do well. Like, you are the weird kid. Nobody wants to deal with the weird kid, and yet there are two weird kids sat here right now who are doing well in the industry. It's funny.
Exactly.
It's one of those things. Like, I'll never forget those people. You'll never forget those people, but those people will remember us for the rest of their lives. Like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what I try to remember, is like all those people that made lives a living hell. Like, they made me so self-conscious. I had major imposter syndrome. I was depressed. I had anxiety. Like, I didn't want to speak to anyone. And like, to be able to go to a public event like I did, for example, a week ago, stand there with confidence and say, like, I've got a sustainable job, I'm in the industry, I've been with my partner. Like, I for many years had people tell me that no one was ever going to love me, and I've got the weirdest boyfriend ever, but he's great. But it's one of those things, like, it's just determination and proof that the weird people are just better.
Yeah, and I feel like it kind of serves as a purpose as well for us artists, like having this kind of audience to make music for and stuff. Because like when you're here, like before when you were just starting, it would always be your satisfaction when it comes to music, or your satisfaction on like the lyrics you've written and stuff. But now it's more of like a two-person kind of thing where you want to satisfy yourself, but at the same time you kind of unintentionally inspire a lot of people that listen to your music as well. So like people who listen to your story, and people listen to my story and what you went through with these friends and what I went through, and how we create these songs and like these tracks. It serves such a bigger purpose than what they did or what they're doing now. I mean, I don't know where they are now, but I do hope the best. You know what I'm saying? It's we serve a very big purpose into to people's lives, and that's what kind of motivates me to just wake up every day and just keep on doing it and keep on making music because of what I do. And yeah,
knowing you help people as well, that's like when I've had like a couple of people who have messaged me and gone, I've been going through a really rough breakup, and this song really helped me get through that. That's why I do it. I don't do it for fame or for money or for the perks of it. I do it because I never had that kind of artist when I was a kid. It's so amazing to be able to help people, especially who are going through those situations, and be someone who is just like, I wouldn't consider myself like almost an artist. I still consider myself like someone who's normal. Like I don't wear extravagant things. I don't do extravagant things. If anything, I sit at home and watch The Office too many times. But I try to keep a sense of like normality, because I feel like being an artist is amazing, but you have to be careful that you don't get into that like rose tinted glass box. I want to be an artist is to be like approachable to your fans and to keep connection with them and help them. And so yeah, I never want to be like someone who's trapped in that kind of glass cage, who's unable to be reached or to speak to. That for me is like the reason I started, is to be a sense of normality, but yet keep my music and keep it flowing and help people. Yeah, one of those things.
It didn't really make sense to me at first, like doing this whole thing, until I kind of realized that part of what I do as well. Just seeing one person out of like 100 people that I've helped unintentionally with what I do, I've already, did a good job for myself. It's already a pat to myself and how I should continue it. Like we have no idea how much people we inspire every day. Just seeing us talking right now on live, and a few people like seeing this and having the same experience and like looking forward to every day because of what we said. That's amazing in itself. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talking of people, I mean, does anyone like have any questions or anything they want to say? Because we can answer them. We are here. Definitely not AI. I'm just intrigued. I saw something earlier, but I can't find it. It was like a one from oh, my manager's
Who?
my manager, she's Twiggy Pop. That's my manager.
Okay. Yeah, a bunch of people are here too. Stephen Owen from Island is here as well. My manager is here as well. Yeah, they're all here.
Please sing a song. Hang on. As I love your question for that. May, what's your favorite song to perform other than a forever breakup? Do you know what? Okay. My other favorite song, I wrote a song called Make Me Your Missus, which is like a song I wrote for my boyfriend because we've been together for a while. And it's basically like, if you don't ask me to marry you soon, I'm going to get down and do it.
What's the title? Sorry.
Make Me Your Missus. And it's like one of those songs that I'll single my boyfriend out and then just sing it. It's one of those that's like, if you don't ask me to marry you, I'm going to do it myself. I know it's unconventional, but I am going to do it,
Yeah.
I love one. Oh, we got Tattoo Meaning for you.
Tattoo Meaning? Well, it's pretty random, like I said. I've always got these on tour.
Random.
Like, I got this
hot
in Malaysia.
dog.
Sorry?
You have a hot dog?
Yeah, I have a hot dog tattoo. Like, this hot dog tattoo started with like an online thing, like people, because like I did this tour in the Philippines a few months ago where I just randomly say hot dog and people go crazy for it. Then the next thing, I just typed on Facebook like hot dog, I have a show tomorrow, and like hundreds and thousands of people just reacted to it and shared it online. Ever since then, people would bring hot dogs, like seriously, like packs of hot dogs, wave it in the air and be like, "We love you." They've been throwing hot dogs everywhere. So it was pretty crazy. It was a crazy time, but it was pretty fun.
Cool.
they've always called themselves hot dogs, so I kind of did it to myself.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Mine was glasses. Like these are kind of stuck to me, and I did actually have them like tattooed on my finger, but they're just like they're not there anymore. I had like the glasses.
Hard to get tattoos on fingers, it fades away. So
Yeah, I mean the sides. I know the sides fade, but like I think the top of my fingers are fine. I'm just like I'm on healing tattoo process. I've got like so many tattoo appointments coming up in an attempt to like fill everything out before like my next festivals. But oh, that's quite cool though.
yeah,
Like I know it that way.
I don't know if you know a movie called Sing Street.
It rings a
You know
bell.
Sing Street?
Rings
It's
a bell.
Freddie Walsh Pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's music and stuff, and then he was like one of my heroes and stuff. I got him here, so
I have to like run through. What have I got? I've got like I've got Kirby. I don't know if you can see that.
That's adorable.
I've got Kirby with a what else have I got on here? See, I'm a big fan of like Hello Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a massive Hello Kitty. I love all the characters. I've just kind of got like a couple of the characters. Do you know the show Adventure Time?
Yeah, of course. I got a sort of Adventure Time, but it got fucked up. Oh, is that Finn and Jake? Shit.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
I love it. It's everything on my arms, and what I've had so far is like things I loved as a kid, or you know, something got me through my childhood. Like I've got my piano on here. I'm still like, it's still a work in progress. I've got like a couple up my arms as well, but I cannot physically pull my jumper up. But yeah, I love it. Like, do you have like, what's the most meaningful tattoo you have? Like, one look at every.
I have a tattoo of, it kind of represents like my mom right here. So it's a story it's a story about mental health and stuff, and I think the artist who drew this a few years ago was like back in like 18 whatever. It was based off of the mother dying, killing herself, and then I think they discovered the body in the waters, and then like a wrap of cloth was just around her whole head, and then it kind of represented the mom and the dad, and like mental health was always a big thing for my family. I lost my mom as well, a few years ago, young. And yeah, it reminds me of my mother, and so I think this is one of the like meaningful ones. So
I mean, I don't have anything that's as meaningful as that. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. I mean, I have an ADHD tattoo. I don't know if I can show you this. Like, this is kind of what I'm on at the minute. Like I had a habit of daydreaming as a kid. You know, I kind of realized I was a bit different when it came to like how I in information, how I learned. And this was like people used to have a go at me for sitting and staring into space. I used to zone out quite a lot. And it was kind of like I'd be thinking about something really random, like how to form numbers into something, and it was something I realized happened a lot as I got older. Like I still do it now. I kind of just, I zone out and I'm immediately in this like weird like train of thought, or I forget things. And this is like where I'm currently in like the process of getting tested and diagnosed with ADHD. And I would have loved to have had that as a kid, because then I would have known why I keep zoning out and why I forget to do, you know, so many things. And yeah, it's kind of one of those where it just reminds me to keep daydreaming a little bit, because becoming an adult, bills and tax and all of that crap, like the world is shit sometimes. And it's like remember to breathe, to enjoy, you know, dream, to sleep, just to enjoy those kind of little moments amid all the chaos and taxes and bills and crap and adult shit, which I hate.
We all hate it.
Oh,
dude, it was really nice talking to you. What time is it then?
It's 11:51 in the morning.
Okay. It's it's almost 7 p.m. here. I actually have a show in a few minutes, so yeah.
Oh my God. Good
Yeah.
luck. I mean,
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for thank you so much for having me on the track again, and it was really nice to get to know you more in this live. We should talk more.
Yeah. Pop me a message anytime. Like, it'd be lovely to do some like collaboration stuff as well, other than the track, because you're like saying.
Definitely.
It'd be really like. I hope the show goes well.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Well, good luck with everything as well. I wish luck with the track. It's out now. It's everyone who's here.
It's everywhere. Now. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Not going the next 3 hours.
It's pretty crazy that we're both wearing red.
Honestly, I tried to co-ord my sunglasses, but it didn't work. Hell yeah.
No, it works. You look really pretty today. I love it.
Thank you. Love it.
All right. Well, I'll see you soon.
See you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Never broke up out now.